Happy Friday, Eagle families. Welcome to our weekly update. Well, to be quite honest, I think I should say maybe semi-weekly update, depending upon how busy we get here. Uh, Regardless, I do have some good news to report. We only have one COVID positive this week, so very happy about that. I mean, our student attendance has been much better, so uh, trending in the right direction for sure. And hopefully soon this won't be an issue at all. So that being said, on to the next item. DHS transitions here for next year. So the last time we spoke, we talked about some transitions in the administrative team um, that will be happening next year for the high school. We weren't able to report at the time that Miss Jones will also be leaving Dunlap High School. So she was approved this past Monday at Canton School District. She will be the new principal of the Canton Middle School. So super happy for her. She's an awesome person, awesome administrator, and she'll do an awesome job there. So that being said, there'll be someone new in each of the administrative positions next year here at Dunlap High School. So lots of good candidates out there. I know Mrs. Cazalet has been working to interview people and establish her team. And we're excited to see where the future will take Dunlap High School. And I know Mrs. Cazalet will do a great job putting that team together. Next up, so the start of the school day, that process has changed. As you know, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. That has been going much, much better this week. So kids are knowing where they're going and staying in that commons area until the 8:10 bell rings. Then they have 8 minutes to get to the locker, put their coat away, grab their books, go to first hour. So that's been proven to be plenty of time they've got for that. So um, one benefit of that, and one reason why we did that, is to see if it would alleviate some of the traffic problems we've had between 7:50 and 8:05, and it seems to be helping out quite a bit with that. So that's good news. Next up, summer school information is released. If you remember, we added health to that roster this year, which is really exciting. So now all of our required courses are offered in the summer, and students have an opportunity to take advantage of that to free up some time in their schedule, which is great. We've also added one twist. We're piloting a course, our long-standing course of software apps, which is a required course. We have a veteran teacher in there, Miss Vogel. She will be trying a new class that's asynchronous, so students can check in once a day at no specific time, get their work done, more of an independent study type thing. So we want to see how that goes. And the reason why we're doing that is because even though summer school has grown from 75 students our first year to now, I think 465 students registered or tried to register last year for summer school, to hopefully 500 this year. It's the growth has still been inhibited a little bit because students have conflicts with our summer camps that we have here, whether it be athletic camps, band choir, extracurriculars, driver's ed. There's been some conflict there. So we're hopeful that this asynchronous format will allow them to do both, participate, train the way they'd like to, as well as get a summer credit. So we're starting slow like we did with the whole summer school program to begin with. And then if this grows and goes really well, then we can expand it to other classes next summer. So really excited about that. Ms. Vogel will do a great job with that, and I can't wait to see what that looks like and how that works out. So keep your eyes on that. But that link will be in the email, so you should have that. All right, so next up, April 13th. That is a unique day for us because all of our classes, except for our senior class, will be experiencing some form of testing. So we'll have the ninth graders doing the PSAT 9, the 10th graders doing the PSAT 10, and then the juniors doing the SAT. So those students all have testing obligations that day. When they are finished with their test, they can go home. All right. If they don't have a ride home, they're going to have an area in the building where they are assigned to that has a supervisor until 3:30, where they can take the bus home. Now they can't leave the building and to go to lunch and then come back. They just can't do that. If they're here, they've got to stay here, and if they leave to go home, they've got to go home. Seniors will have no attendance obligation that day. So parents, you are not obligated. Please don't call them in sick or out. That day is for the seniors, and we hope they use that for college visits, job shadowing, scholarship applications, and all the things that seniors need to do towards the end of the year so they can get ready for that. So that's a big day for us. I know the kids, they dread that test, but they don't mind getting out early. So just so you're aware of that. Also, there will be some students with accommodations that are taking those exams. If they want to know when they potentially could get out of school, because they may take a little bit longer, then they can talk to their counselor to give them a better idea of what that time frame would look like to arrange a pickup time. Next up, prom. I had that on there last time we met, but just to reiterate, tickets for that go on sale on Monday. So every year we have people miss that deadline. Your students will get an email Monday from Mrs. Ryan. Make sure they take advantage of that online ticket sale. And we use the school app, My School Dance, if you recall. So all tickets are sold through there. That's a good thing because it'll allow you to sign up for a notification of when your student gets to prom and when they leave prom. So that's a great feature. That's good for parents to have as well. Graduation. Again, graduation is May 7th, 3 o'clock at Bradley. And I've had a couple questions this week. Just to clarify, we do not issue tickets for the graduation when it's held at the Renaissance Center. And there's no limit on the number of guests that people can have because there's plenty of space there. So looking forward to that. And then sadly, I've got to report on some student behavior. I'm sure you've heard recently and you've seen on the news last night that some area high schools are experiencing an uptick in the number of fights that are happening in school. I'd love to tell you that Dunlap High School is immune to that, but unfortunately we are not. The last couple of weeks we've had an escalation in the number of fights that we've had here. A disturbing trend is the number of people who video those fights rather than do something and help break them up or report the incident to a teacher or a nearby staff member. They video it and they then post it to social media. I want you to know that none of that scenario I described is acceptable. You have an expectation for your student to come to school here and be safe. That's our primary goal. We take that very seriously. Unfortunately, we can't be everywhere all the time, but we do our best to prevent those. We are as active as we can be in the hallways. We are actively pursuing conversations with students, and then we do everything we can to prevent them. But when they do happen, we try to reconcile the damage that they've done as well. So just so you're aware, if you can have those conversations at home and understand that, hey, that's never acceptable here. Our students have a right to go to school where they feel safe. And unfortunately, that's something we're dealing with right now. So that's a lot of information in a short video. As always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Happy to answer any of those questions. And until we talk again, Dunlap, you stay healthy and you stay classy. Thanks for your support.